What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we're going to be doing some shard pulls for the Fusion Summon Rush event. I'll be pulling on both my accounts, but we have, again, different strategies for both accounts based on their different situations. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so first let's take a look at the Summon Rush here. So we still got a day and a half to complete this. There is a progressive event happening as well. Some pretty good champions in there. And they do have a little bit of extra spice for this Summon Rush. They did double the points on Ancient Shards. So it does give you a little bit of flexibility if you don't have, for example, the Sacred Shards, which are usually recommended for these Summon Rush events. You can use Ancient Shards for a bit more value. I don't think I would go full Ancient Shards to save the Sacred Shards, but at least it's an option for people. So for this account, for my alt account, I actually have quite a bit of Sacred Shards. I have 52 Sacred Shards on this account, 162 Ancient Shards. I have a lot of Shards on this account. I have Void Shards as well. We're expecting a 2x Void event next weekend as well. That's going to be part of the Fusion and a Champion Chase. At least that's what we expect. So I don't mind pulling Void Shards for that event. I'm not close to Mercy or anything like that. So we'll take the double chance next weekend. But for this Summon Rush particularly, I don't mind spending a little bit of extra Sacred Shards so that I can skip 2 events. So let's take a quick look at this calendar here and just double check our progress here. So here is the Summon Rush right now. I've completed every single event up until the Summon Rush, and we have some options here. The way the Summon Rush is structured, there's a 5 and a 10 rewards slot. So you can either go for the 5 or you can either go for the 5 plus 10, which is 15. Now the 15 gives you quite a bit more value per fragment. But of course, if you can organize your fusion so that you don't need the extra 10, it doesn't matter how much value the extra 10 gives you because you only need the 5. So for my alt account, I actually don't have that many gems. So I'm actually kind of worried to spend too many gems for the upcoming dungeon divers. There's 2 yet to come. So I think personally, I'm probably going to pull some extra shards for the Summon Rush for this current one. And then I'm going to have the option to skip 2 events. Since there's a total of 110 available fragments here, we don't count the 20 from the winning tournaments. So there's 110 total fragments. If you collect every single one of these fragments available, you're going to get an extra 10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to collect the full Summon Rush, and then I'll have 10 extra fragments by the end of the fusion. So that gives me a little bit of flexibility on what I can skip. Personally, I'm probably going to skip Dungeon Divers 2. And then probably Dungeon Divers 3, so I can save up a little bit of gems on this account. And then I'll fully participate in the Champion Chase since it's going to be a 2x weekend here. So 2x Voids. It might even be 2x Primals. If it's 2x Primals, the red shards are going in anyways. But if it's 2x Voids, I'm also participating as well. So the 2 likely events I will be participating in. Some people might want to fully complete the Summon Rush and then save for example, the 10 fragments that they can skip and skip, the upper half of the Champion Chase. Keep in mind, you can't fully skip the Summon Rush or fully skip the Champion Chase. You can kind of see 15 points allocated to the Chase, 15 points allocated to the Summon Rush. So anyways, that's going to be the structure of events for my alt. So we'll be maxing out the 15 fragments here. And that's going to cost 3,200 points for the Summon Rush. For the 15 fragments here. Now this is kind of in line with how much it usually costs. I think usually it's around 3,000 or 3,150. So 32, it did stand out a little bit to me. It seemed a little bit expensive, but I don't think it's too far out of line. Not really super great goodies here as well, but we do have a 6-star glyph, a little bit of energy, gems, Moral Soulstone, and all that. So might even be worth it to grab this medium stone at 35. So I might actually just pull to the 35 or pull to the 32 and then grab mystery shards to finish this off. But I think I'm just going to do 7 sacreds just for the sake of simplicity here. All right, so let's get going. We're pulling 7 sacred shards. So we're going to pull down to 45 on this account. Let's double check what we want here. This account does not have Duchess. It does not have Freya. It does not have Zaharis. I think Duchess or Freya would be really fun. Personally, I'm going to go with Freya. I do have Freya on my main account, but because the Freya Deck of Fate was basically like a full champion training event, I didn't have the time to finish the champion training on 2 separate accounts. So I just focused on my main account. That's why the alt account does not have Freya. So I'm going to go for Freya here. And in terms of the epic, it doesn't really matter to me. We'll go for Mausoleum Mage. So let's pull 7 Sacred Shards. Unfortunately, just base rates here, so nothing too fancy, 6% chance. Not really expecting too much, but let's see what happens. Best of luck to me. 7 sacred shards down to 45. Let's see if we can get lucky. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Woad Painted. Good healer. See if we can get lucky. Let's go. Relic Keeper, no thanks. Fusible Epic. Third one, Vogoth. Hey, Vogoth took a really long time to show up on this account. Really, really good champion. Great for Bommel and all that. You know, even some, you know, mid-tier go second arena teams, definitely viable. He's actually, I saw him, somebody played him against my Marius in arena and actually worked out pretty good. He has that passive that heals your whole team when he takes damage. So he's kind of like a sponge, but then he provides like all the healing for your team to keep them alive. Great champion overall. Lots of use, leech and provoke as well. Even can be used in clan boss. So Burgoth the Malformed. This guy used to be an epic fusion back in the day, if you guys can believe that. I did pick him up as part of the fusion, and I had to use this guy in my faction wars. He freaking sucks so bad. Look at this. It's 20, 30, 60% chance to provoke on a 4-turn cooldown. It's really bad, especially with the power creep that we have today. But you know what? I had to use him for my Knight Revs, and you know, he came in handy against Wave 2 and the Valkyries and the faction wars. So you know, he had his day to shine, and that was his day. So you never know when those champions can be useful, right? All right, more epics. Yellow green. Let's see here. Decrease attack. 3-turn AoE decrease attack can be okay. Block, buffs, block active skills can be okay. Single target, unfortunately, but you never know. You never know. Hard faction wars is coming, and then we need some of these abilities on these champions. So never know when she's going to be useful. 2 more sacred shards to go on this account. Catacomb Counselor. Again, hard faction wars. This guy is probably one of the worst ally attack champions, but he does bring ally attack. He brings 3 random allies with him to attack on a 4-turn cooldown. I mean, it's kind of a basic attack. It's not like a full team or anything like that. But a lot of the factions do have ally attack conditions for hard faction wars, and he might be the only option here for you when you're doing Undead Horde. So definitely good to hold on to one of these guys. And our last sacred shard for this account, can we get lucky? And nope. That means we're going to rack up our sacred mercy here for an extra 7 sacred shards. Dudan the Runic. This guy is going to get massive value in the upcoming hard faction wars. He has taunt, which is covering one of the conditions, and he's just generally a pretty decent champion. He's nothing insane. Unfortunately, he does have a 4-turn cooldown here on the increased duration of all buffs. If it was 3-turn, this guy would be really strong, but he's still a decent epic overall. Good epic for the Sylvan Watchers here. So we did pull 7 sacred shards. We will have 3,500 points and scoop up all the rewards, and then we'll call it a day. Fortunately, no Lego on this account, but you know, it's kind of expected, to be honest, with 6% rates. Still at a very healthy 45 sacred shards on this account, and we get to skip a little bit of the dungeon divers so we can save some energy there. So anyways, guys, let's hop to the main account and we'll do some pulls there as well. All right, guys, so we are here on the main account here. Similar situation, but kind of not really. Basically for this account, I'm going to go for the 5 only here and then skip the extra 10 at the top. This means that we'll just commit gems to completing all of the dungeon divers and all that, just to conserve a little bit of shards. Not to say that this account is in any kind of dire hurting for shards. We got 22 sacred shards here. We got lots of voids. We'll be pulling voids for next week's 2x voids, if there's a 2x voids. If not, we're going to be pulling the red shards. So I'm covered both ways for the weekend chase next week. But overall, I just wanted to conserve some of these sacred shards here a little bit. The champion pool, I actually have every one of these except for Zaharis. And I'd rather probably get a dupe of like Freya or Elva or Duchess than maybe Zaharis. I don't think I would use him anywhere, but I don't think he's a bad champ. I think he's a good champ, but I don't think I would use him anywhere. And on this account, I have lots of gems, so I don't have to worry about energy for dungeons. So that's the reasoning for the shift in strategy. So I'm going to pull 4 sacred shards on this account, and we will go for, just have to check my faction guardians here a little bit. I think Sylvan Watchers here, a dupe Elva would be pretty good, because then I can just fill out my faction guardians a little bit. My barbarians is full, my demon spawns are full. I could +2 my Duchess. I have 2 Duchess on this account, so I could +2 my Duchess if I pull a Duchess. But I like the faction guardian here, so I'm gonna go for the second Elva and then see if we can get lucky there. So let's go to the Sacred Shards. We're gonna be pulling 4 Sacreds on this account. Let's see what we can do. 22, gonna pull down to 18. So let's see. 6% rates. Not expecting much. Not expecting much. Caden was a fusion epic at some point. Oh, we actually hit gold. Oh my goodness. Astrolith, welcome aboard. Hey, on our second Sacred Shard, we actually got it. Astrolith, you know what? She was a platinum killer for a long time. She was the main bomber. Of course, you have to pair her with a bomb spreader, but because it's irresistible, it gives her a lot more consistency in those platinum pushes for a lot of people back in the day. It was just an answer for Stone Skin. I don't think she gets used too much nowadays. She has this very annoying health swap ability, which is, yeah, it can definitely catch you off guard and be very annoying. And then she brings a big speed in all arena battles, which is very useful as well. I do occasionally see her sneak into some live arena fights as well, but she does require, you know, obviously some support because she's a single target bomber. But I don't really have too much use for her. I think she might be a dupe on this account as well. Let's double check here. Yes, she would be my third one. Hey, maybe I can make a +2 Astrolith and see what she can do. Let's go back into the portal here. We got 2 more pulls. Got lucky with the gold already, so can't complain. All the rest is just gravy, I guess. Let's go. 1 more to go, and then we're gonna top it up with mystery shards. So we only need 50 mystery shards, so no big deal. All right, that's gonna be it for the pulls. Grime skin or grim skin, no thank you. Decreased speed, single target provoke. AoE 1 buff strip. Definitely a pretty weak epic. So anyways, guys, we didn't hit any of the progressives. We got an Astrolith for our trouble, and yeah, we're still on track to complete this fusion. It's not a very popular fusion, judging by what people have communicated from the polls. So this is the poll I had on my channel here shortly after the announcement and showcase for Ishiyama. You can kind of see that most people are pretty cold on the champion, about 20% going for yes. 2/3 of you guys are straight up no, and you know, 15% is going for the undecided. So usually about half of the undecided will maybe go for yes. So roughly, you know, a quarter of you guys will be getting this fusion. That's more participation than Lysanthier, that's for sure. Lysanthier was really bad participation, like under 10%. 6.1k votes, that's pretty sizable sample, I think. I mean, you guys spoke out about this champion. I think Lysanthier, personally, I think Lysanthier is better than Ishiyama, but I think people are maybe getting a little restless. Maybe 2 fusions back to back of resting is maybe too much. So I think you guys are probably antsy to do a fusion. So Ishiyama probably gets a little bit more activity. But personally speaking, I think Lysanthier is a little bit of a better champion, more useful, I think. But hey, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys pulled something good for this summon rush. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks you guys for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.